When I just started self-improvement, I was this little boy with a huge ego based on nothing. And I thought my day was kinda productive. Yeah, because compared to just playing video games for 15 hours a day and not going to school like on some holidays, I was productive, yeah. But in reality, I was making some progress just about 1 hour of self-improvement videos and like 1 hour of English learning. I tried to improve my English at the time. And well, what truly changed and separated my life from before and after was the one tool that my father used because he needed to schedule some meetings. It was Google Calendar. Scheduling my time became the greatest booster of my productivity. I realized how much time I really had. And if you don't believe me, just open the Google Calendar and paste everything you need to do for the day. And I bet if you didn't use it before, you will have like 5 extra hours out of 15. 5 extra hours. I added to my calendar probably 10 extra hours because I was wasting it on some like meaningless conversations with, I don't know, my stupid friends at the time and watching some bullshit, and it was so much of a waste because I just didn't plan my day. I would wake up and think, yeah, I need to learn a lot this day, right? So I would watch 5 self-improvement videos, right? And I would go binge watch them, and for the rest of the day I was so free that I would just go into total degeneracy again. And I call that self-improvement. And I agree that this is self-improvement. It's more than average human being teenager does, which is insane. So when you use Google Calendar, when you just create it, you can see how much time you have. And you can actually use it for your good. So if I could just pick one self-improvement tool and forget everything else, forget Notion, forget Todoist, I don't know, forget browser, everything, it would be just Google Calendar. I just thought about it yesterday, how like interesting it would be to live in an apocalyptic world, not thinking about some made up shit like, oh, I need to make some YouTube videos to get some papers so that I could live my life better. And honestly, I came to a conclusion that even in an apocalyptic world, I would still schedule my day pretty much as far as I can. Because it's just that in one day now, I do weeks, even probably monthly quota of work that I was doing, which is so fantastic that I honestly don't understand how I could ever lived without Google Calendar. And my father using this calendar for like 5 to probably 10 years now. I used it for 2 years and my mother still doesn't. And I see how she works. I see kind of her progress. And it's not to judge her. I also was there. I realize how it works. But it's not really productive. It's maybe 2 meetings. Yeah, it's maybe 2 hours of kind of focused work and a few hours of kind of not focused, multitasking and all that stuff beginners do. And then she just lies down and scrolls or speaks to someone. And I just can't help but think, if I could ingrain in just a few people this idea of using Google Calendar to become more productive, to do more things you want to do in your life, to achieve greater progress. If I could just convince you to use Google Calendar. And well, when I just started, I thought that calendar is like a robot. Because my dad tried to implement calendar, but not Google Calendar, this like cringy calendar on a paper when you got like 7 a.m. wake up, 7:10 I don't know, go poop, 7:30 breakfast, 8 school, 12 homework, 14 free time. It was a nice attempt, but when I was just playing video games for 15 hours, I didn't need the schedule. But now it's different situation. Because I realized the calendar is a lot about flexibility. Because the calendar, if you think about it, it's just a direction towards which you want to go. Because if you don't know what you're doing in the next hour, in the next 10 hours, tomorrow, you really can't walk straight, you kind of lean to that side and to that side. Your productivity kind of falls apart every few days. It's about stability, but at the same time flexibility. Why? Because, well, soon enough after you start using your Google Calendar, you will realize that you can actually do everything, kind of 70% just falls off and you end up at the end of the day completing like 30%, which is kind of sad, right? But it's all about progressive overload, just like in a gym. The greatest strategy of productivity I found so far, just, this major one, is that you create an ideal calendar for yourself, an ideal day of how you want to live at this period of your life to achieve your goals and all that stuff. And you try to stick for it as much as possible. And at first you will probably get like 30%, 40, 50. It depends on how hard the things you try are. Because when I just started, I was shocked. And I put everything: cold shower, meditation, walking, gym, self-improvement, learning English, learning like school education. And I got so overwhelmed that I didn't use Google Calendar for the next month. But hopefully I was so gifted because I could return to Google Calendar and truly change my life forever. Because at that time, when I returned to Google Calendar, I returned small. I got 1 more hour of self-improvement, which was absolutely fantastic. Improve.